Hello everybody, welcome back to my Varlamor locked Iron Man account. Over the past week or so, I was testing out some of the forestry stuff, and I have decided to only keep the Slayer experience exclusion, and in general, I'm going to grind out the Hunter and Construction experience with forestry. Someone in my clan did the grind, and they were reporting about a 50-hour grind, which is, I mean, it is what it is, but it seems doable. The only other, well, exception that I'm probably going to add to the list when it comes up, in a number of hours, is Eagle Peak for Hunter, because you can't do a lot of the content in the game without that. And by content, I mean the Hunter Guild, I believe, is fairly locked behind having box traps to do a lot of the rumors, and I'm probably going to exclude. I'm going to do enough rumors at least to unlock all the bird travel sites, and then see what I do from there. So here we have our updated rules set, including all our exclusions and exceptions. General rules: only get XP and do quests in Varlamor. Exceptions: Druidic Ritual and Rune Crafting and Slayer experience. And we are still an Iron Man, and we're going to keep being an Iron Man. That means we can't trade or use the Grand Exchange. And the goals are to get all the loot from Perilous Moons and complete the Coliseum. And with that, let's get stuck into Slayer. Hooray! And here we are outside of Varlamor for our Slayer experience grind start. So with our current combat level, we have access to Vanica here, and we talk to him, get in a Kill X quest somewhere in Gillinor, and then we go over there and pretty much kill the monsters. He has a limited pool of monsters he can give you, and because we haven't done Dragon Slayer, we don't have a Dragon Slayer shield, or Dragon Fire shield, sorry. We can't be assigned dragons, and there are some other, there's quest monsters and bosses and stuff that unlock additional Slayer monsters for you to kill. So we have a somewhat limited pool of monsters. And first up, we get an Anku task, which it's not bad, and so pretty much we need to kill however many Ankus he assigned, and it was like 80 or whatever. And I'm not picking up any drops for monsters that aren't in Varlamor. Yeah, and Slayer works differently than standard combat experience, where standard combat, you hit a monster, you deal damage, you get experience. Slayer, you get experience equal to the monster's hit points when the monster dies, which, assuming you have a good task, means you want to find the highest HP variant of that monster you can find and kill to kind of maximize your experience per task. But some of these tasks are really bad, and you may want to just just get them done with and get it over with so you can get a new, better task. There's also points and different rewards you can unlock with Slayer, but I am doing this purely for the Perilous Moons quest requirements, and I'm only picking up Slayer gear buying it from the Slayer Master as I need it to kill the monsters to get the Slayer experience. Alright, and back to the task at hand, which in this case is killing a whole mess of Ankus. First up, I tried Stronghold of Security down on floor 5. However, I find out later that this spot is probably not going to work because I don't have... I can't use the shortcuts down here. And I only brought, or in total have, 1 inventory worth of food, which isn't going to be enough for, which I thought was enough for 1 to 48 Slayer apparently, and it's not. those were the thoughts of a crazy person that was unprepared for the Slayer grind. So immediately I need to go back and sort out a continuous stream of fish flying into my mouth, apparently, to survive this grind to 48 Slayer. The one satisfying thing about, waiting until combat level 40 to start the Slayer grind means that the experience, at least at low levels, or at first, is really nice. Really satisfying to just, kill a couple monsters, and that's more than enough to gain you a whole mess of levels. Now, after my first little taste of getting Slayer experience, I need to sort out how I'm going to supply food and healing for this entire 1 to 48 grind. Fishing is the first option I thought of, and it's I thought it was going to be the one that carried me, however, it turned out not to be. For easy tasks where I didn't expect to take a bunch of damage, I ended up either going with cakes, salmon, trout, something like that. For tasks where the damage was a little spiky and I was worried about actually dying, I ended up eventually finding a fish food store. That sounds weird. A store where you can buy fish right next to a stove to cook the fish. And I ended up world hopping, which I despise, to get the food, cook the food, run the food up to the Hunter Guild, put it in the bank, and repeat that until I got sick of it, which was normally 3 or 4 inventories, which isn't a lot. But that's pretty much how I got through at least supplying this little Slayer grind. So here we are back at the Stronghold of Security with running out of our sweet delicious salmon. And I decide at this point that I don't want to walk back down to the Stronghold of Security, which, takes a couple minutes. And instead, I decide it would be a better idea to walk all the way across the map to the Tree Gnome Stronghold, which is, it's way the hell over there. I'm on the far right. I need to go to the far left. Those of you that have played this game will realize that there's better ways to do that. I didn't do those better ways. I hoofed it all the way over here with my inventory of fish and Ankus. And here we are again. Still working on my first Anku task. After I finish up with this Anku task, you don't have to go back to the Slayer Master to get all your experience. You just have to go back to them to get a new task. And after I finish this one up, I home teleport to Lumbridge and then walk up to the Slayer Master, which is up north by Varrock. And the next task I get is Ice Warriors. I wander around the map again and end up, after a good long while, finding the place down south of Port Sarim in a cave. And this kind of has 2 paths to get there. You either home teleport to Lumbridge in my case, or you hoof it from the bird spawn point out of Varlamor and hoof it all the way down. It's not that far of a walk, not too bad. So to finish this task off, I ended up doing a mix of both home teleport and hoofing it. Now we get a little bit of love from Vanica, and he gives us a Hill Giant task, which is one of the few Hill Giants, Moss Giants, weird lizards, if you finish Perilous Moons, that we can do in this, that I know that we can do in this Chunkaroony. So that's nice. We get to pick up some loot. And now our punishment for getting a good task that was Hill Giants is these horrible, stupid slugs that you have to pour salt on them to kill them, and they're way the hell over in the Fremenic Slayer Cave. And we don't have fairy rings to just teleport there, or normal teleports to teleport anywhere. So we have to walk, and it sucks, and I don't like it. And I don't like these stupid slugs mocking me with their drops I can't pick up. Next up is Cave Crawlers, which is such a strange task to have so much trouble with. So first off, they poison you. Second up, you can't get or make anti-poison in Varlamor. I thought, I'll just tough it out. I will eat the food, kill bugs, get through this. It nearly killed my character, nearly killed me in real life. Not really. And I wasted so much food trying to just power through this task. So I did one quick trip just eating through the poison. And the poison is so bad. It hits you for an automatic 7 or 8. And I've got like 40 hit points. And it takes forever and a day to wear off on its own. Oof. Rough. So, to save a bit of sanity, what little I've got crawling around in my head, I decide to exclude anti-poison potions. Which is a bit of a cheat, but it's what I do. So at first I walked all the hell way back to the Fremennik Slayer Cave, which is so far away, and nearly die on my way back. And it's hard to teleport with the home teleport because it takes forever and the poison keeps knocking you out of the animation to do the teleport. It's a problem. So, here's me trying to remember where to buy anti-poisons. Okay, how do I get there? I need to go down to Ishtaport Sarim, take the charter boat over to that village over there, then go south, then you buy your anti-poisons, adding it to the list of stupid exclusions for Slayer garbage. Oh, and then, I'd like forget a rope. Yeah. So here I am on my way back to the Lumbridge Cave with my anti-poisons, and I run over the cave, and I don't have a rope. Okay. So I run back to my bank to pick up a rope. I don't have a rope. I don't own rope. So I blunder around the map looking for a rope. Finally get down in the stupid freaking cave with my light. And in this clip you see I have a lantern. Before this, I didn't have a covered lantern. I had an exposed flame. And then I exploded. And then your light goes out. And then bugs attack you. And then you relight your flame because you're an idiot. Then you explode again. And you keep the bugs show up. And then so you're wandering around, exploding, relighting your lantern, eating all your food. Oh my god. And you'd be like, oh, that's okay. It's your first time in the Lumbridge Swamp Cave. No. I thought it was smarter than the freaking exploding gas that I knew was in here. Oh my god. It was a process. All self-inflicted, horrible process. This Pyrophene task is the first one where several items dropped that I wanted to pick up and couldn't. A fire staff dropped, fire runes dropped, and a mithril pickaxe dropped, which would have been a huge upgrade for me. And originally I was just gonna cart up all this stuff, throw it in the bird bath at the end of my Slayer grind, but it was getting confusing in my bank. I didn't want to cheat, so I ended up just leaving all this sweet, delicious loot on the floor, being sad. And it goes on like this for a while. Bumbling from Slayer task to Slayer task, pretty much going to the same few areas I've shown. I haven't shown the desert, and I don't think I will, but I ended up going to the desert a few times to kill crocodiles, lizards, and weird bugoid things in a cave. Yeah. Took me a while. I don't like Slayer, so I needed to break it up and do some other tasks, other fun things during this grind to break it all up. I ended up getting like 20 attack level, 17 strength, 20 cooking levels, 11 fishing, 13 defense, 17-ish hit point levels, and then even some prayer, because I got the Hill Giant and the Moss Giant Slayer tasks, which drop big bones, and I buried all my big bones, so I ended up getting a nice amount of prayer experience. And, yeah, here's kind of a short highlight clip, montagey dooley babber of me finishing up the Slayer grind. And there we go. Finally, 48 Slayer. Finally done. And here we can see last episode's stats and then this episode's final ending stats. And we get one more checklist off of Perilous Moons checked off. So now we are going to be finally in this chunk for a good long while before we get to 27 Hunter or something, and can start pondering Eagle Peak or what the hell we're going to do with that. I think that will probably be after we are stuck into the actual Perilous Moons content, and I will probably be very distracted with all the cool stuff we're going to be able to do in the city of Cam something or other that we unlock. And so with that, I believe I will leave you guys for today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.